Let me fix my mic level. Do I sound too loud? Or just like right?
From your last setup, you sound a little bit closer to your mic, but that doesn't really sound any different.
Okay. I guess that's okay.
Does anybody play any PC games? Steam?
I play
Yes.
Town of Salem. That's about it.
Oh god.
I played. If you're just going PC in general, with Steam included, I play Town of Salem and RuneScape. But other than that, no.
I haven't played RuneScape in ages.
Same.
I haven't played it since yesterday.
I've been playing Arma 3.
Oh, good game.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're starting
Sure.
right now.
I'm here.
So, this is the first. I don't even think I told you guys what the name of this podcast was.
No.
Nope.
That's how informal this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, very professional.
Probably goes in line with you not wanting to be my friend, but
Oh.
All right, let's not do anything, all right?
Oh, the trigger has already been pulled here.
I'm sure.
We'll get into that. But right now, I was just going to say that this is going to be called the R.A.G.E Podcast.
The rage.
Rage.
I like it.
Well, that's perfect then.
Yeah.
Real audio gaming entertainment.
Wow. Clever.
I was gonna say I probably would never have thought of that.
Well, yeah, I kind of, yeah, it was luck and creativity. But anyways, so, I don't know, should we, like, even refer to, like, well, anyways, this is, TVW / well, my old name was Voltage Venom. Remember that?
Yep.
Oh, that's old school.
That is old school. But then I changed it to full time, TheVoltWithin.
TheVoltWithin.
Ha!
I'm always
And-
the vanilla jammer.
The vanilla jammer. It's actually just jammer, but yeah.
It's vanilla, so
Is it really? On your Steam?
no. I mean, like the name is vanilla as you play.
Oh, like OG. Like just raw, standard,
Yeah, raw,
basic.
Absurd. Gangsta, some even call it.
OG.
Hashtag
28601.
Thug life. Yeah, I met you guys when you were Voltage Venom and Jammer with a bunch of numbers on the end.
That's right. OG.
I have been, let's see, I've had a few over the years.
You had a lot.
I was Daddy Payne for a long time. I've been FSOH Payne, and most recently, I am now the Fridge.
Nice.
And I think I'm going to stick with that one. And that's an ode to one of the best NFL players ever to play the game in Refrigerator Perry.
Alright.
I
Big
was
old black
thinking
guy.
about like me, you eat everything out of the fridge.
Well, that too, but I can't tell anyone that.
Okay.
They're going to start thinking I'm fat. And it's true. Silently.
Yeah.
I can't listen to this guy. He eats everything in the fridge.
Everybody in this podcast for the record is fat except for Christian. That's because he does drugs.
He does. Hardcore.
This show is really about an intervention. So
It is.
he didn't know that.
Well,
just now.
it's
Surprise.
it's an. That's actually kind of true. Like no, but like recently. I've been taking lots of meds because this recent year and this past year, I've been having to take all these meds because I have like, eczema on my skin and then just like dry skin all over my face. So I have to take like these special meds. So like literally I've been taking like 5 different kind of prescriptions. I'm like, wow, I feel like a drug addict right now.
Okay, we're here for you. You can talk to us.
Yeah, deep down inside, we know you want to be free of this, and we do love you.
Especially the
Thank
cocaine.
you. That means a lot, especially coming from two people that weren't really my friends in the first place. No.
Oh,
I'm
talk
just
about
kidding.
friendships.
now we're getting down to it.
I'm still
Anyways, so basically,
basically,
most of us, there's supposed to be one other person here, and just to say that Adrian, he texted me, and he will not be able to make it to the podcast.
Wow.
So it's really ironic because Adrian was here, and we thought you, Jammer, weren't going to be able to make it, but it's like you guys switch places.
Well, sleep is important, but
It is.
Yeah. So anyways, I think this podcast is kind of more like chill. It will get more organized in the future upcoming ones, but just kind of want to introduce basically how we met and kind of how we went about as far as gaming and stuff like that. So I guess to start out, we basically all met on Xbox 360.
Mm-hmm.
And I met Jammer actually through another friend of mine. Or, yeah, it was Blade Master, right?
yeah. And one of his friends, I forget who it was.
Yeah, I totally forgot too. But it was mainly Blade Master, and he invited me to a lobby he formed, and you were in there. And I guess we played a couple of games. We were winning some, I think, and kind of lost a few, I think, but mainly we won a lot of games. We were doing pretty good, actually.
Me and Blade Mastered on the field at one time normally doesn't go well.
But it's a cool name, Blade Master. But
Yeah.
he's not the best player, but he's a great guy.
Yep.
Love him.
Much love.
But yeah, that kind of hit home from there. LOL. But I thought, this Jammer guy, he sounds pretty chill, cool. I think I'll send him a friend request. And then I guess when Blade Master left the lobby, it was just like you and me. And then we were just kind of talking and going from there, basically. And then we kind of just introduced each other to, Kobe, Rising Cobra,
Yeah.
Adrian, Josh, Shane, Michael, and Steven, and Zachary, and it all went from there, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I came in
So-
last.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say Zach, or say
Well, no,
you.
I'm literally just saying you guys all knew each other before I figured out that I was friends with you guys, because I knew Rising Cobra, Inferno Snipes before, and you through your brother.
Yeah.
Before, but we weren't really ever friends because you guys are quite a bit younger than I am.
Yeah, I was.
But yeah, it kind of happened the same way. We hopped on one night, and I remember getting a text from, I think it was Kobe, maybe, or maybe Shane, that said, "Hey, we need a 6-man. Why don't you hop on?" So I hopped on, and there was, I think it was you, Shane, Kobe, Adrian, and Jammer, and I was like, "Oh, who's this guy?" They're "Oh, we met him through so-and-so. We've been playing with him for a while." I think I remember, too, because was I with her? I don't remember. I think we had just moved into the new apartment, too. That was the first thing I set up was my TV and my Xbox. And, I got the internet installed, 3 days before I got there just to make sure that it worked. But we still had, I think I was playing on my bed, and it wasn't even on the box spring yet. It was just the mattress on the floor. And I was like, "Oh, who's this guy?" And it kind of ended up being the same way. We played, we kicked ass, because we always kicked ass.
That's right.
I don't remember, was there leaderboards in Modern Warfare 2?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember where we were, but I'm pretty sure we were top tier.
We were in the top 30.
Yeah, we hugged up on Search and Destroy, and it took some serious tryhards or some cheaters to beat us at any given time.
Yeah.
And even then, we still beat them.
Yeah, and what I liked about us is we were all kind of we all have different disciplines. We all have different guns we like, so there's not one guy with a sniper and 5 guys with a scar. You know, like Chris had his suppressed 50 cal, and would sit at the bottom of Corey on the very corner and snipe people coming up through those explosive barrels up there. You and Shane and Kobe had your stupid javelins and would kill people in that in that freaking barn-looking thing, that warehouse. And then I'm sitting over here, either Scar Noob Tube one-man army, making bear traps and sniping people with my noob tubes, or Scar Suppressed, or UMP Suppressed, even worse, being an asshole, running around knifing people, shooting people suppressed, and no one knew where I was at any time. Shane, it was either sniping or using the FAL with Rangers. I mean, yeah, we all had different choices on guns, unless it came to the UMP, and then we all just UMP suppressed Marathon Lightweight Commando, just running around, stupid people with our deagle hunting everybody.
Shane rage quitting.
Yeah. It'd get really quiet. Like, that's how you know, like, because like me and Chris are shit talkers. Like, we just run our mouths for no fucking reason. And then, especially when we're mad, like, especially with me, like, if I'm mad, I don't care if you beat us 4-0, if you killed me 19 times, like, I'm gonna talk shit like we won. Like, we beat you into the ground. But you could always tell when, like, Shane, especially Shane and Kobe, were getting mad, it'd get really quiet. Like, they'd mute their mics, or, like, you could just hear them breathing really heavy. And then, yeah, you'd hear Shane throw his remote and turn off his Xbox and walk away. Like, it was some of the greatest things happened during the years that we played Modern Warfare 2.
It was
javelin hunting people, like, stupid stuff.
We did make teams rage a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because when they saw the clan tag, they're like, "Oh, clan, I'm out."
Yeah. Even in game though, like mid game, they'd be like, "Oh, we're getting rage."
Right. You get those guys that would come into the lobby and like, "Oh, we're a clan. We're gonna fuck these guys up." Blah blah blah. And then 3 rounds in, none of them have a kill. And we've, planted every time and destroyed it every time, and they're like, okay, wait, maybe we should just leave.
Let's just.
It was great.
And you'd get you'd get the one guy that quits, or the 5 guys that quit, and you get the one guy from their clan that stayed behind to kind of hold their honor.
I would die for my country.
Right? Like, my friends left, but I'm still here.
And then we would all, like, rush him. Like, all rush him.
The drunk, stupid guy. That's okay, Jeff.
All right.
We couldn't do it together. Oh, I can do it by myself, though.
Exactly. They're all sending him invites and messages. And fuck off, guys. I can fucking take these guys.
These guys suck. Watch.
Yeah. What's this? I'm a fucking 1v6.
Like, a lot of nostalgic things happened during that time, and that's kind of why, I don't know, during those years, it was the best years of my life, gaming-wise, because, like, I've never had so much fun in a game. Like, it wasn't just Modern Warfare 2, it was, like, Halo 3, too, but, like, Modern Warfare 2 was probably, like, the game that, like, I can sit back and reflect on all the cool stuff that happened. Like, we've all had, like, our own cool moment that kind of happened in Search, and it was awesome when we, like, witnessed it too, because we were like, oh, get wrecked, like.
Yeah, that was
like,
worse for the other team.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's quiet in the lobby watching a 1v6 clutch, or like a 1v5, and like you get the last kill and you get in the lobby and it's so loud because everyone's screaming.
Oh my god, Jammer actually clutched it.
No, I think you were very underrated. Like, you were not bad, Jammer. Like, you may not think you're great, but like, the thing about you played the game right, where you'd be smart and not rush like an idiot. And like,
Yeah, the rest of us are like, I got 3 bullets, let's do this. Kick down the front door, just bust in.
I'll go get a bottle of soda from the fridge, come back, and everybody's dead.
And you can't talk to us because we're all... There was no party chat, so you're just like, oh, well, I guess I gotta do this myself.
Yeah. No problem.
Right, I
He's
got
like-
this.
he's like, uh-oh. And even then, like, Jammer would, like, pull it off and do some insane stuff that he shouldn't have gotten away with. Some guy rushes him and he kills him with a Spas 12. And I just
Right.
laugh because it's just Jammer. He's just, like, super, like, really reserved as far as her play style. It's like, you don't rush, you don't run in corners, you're, like, really slow, just walking. Like,
Peek the
it's
corner.
so funny. Yeah.
Right.
The thing I
think-
remember the most is, I forget what the map name was. It was some little shanty town, and I was singing Rage Against the Machine. And right as I got to the part about, what was it, Rage? I don't know.
It was System of a Down.
System of a Down. And died on cue. It was... I'm sitting there dead, and one by one, everybody starts like dying and coming in, just dying laughing, because it was
That was
Oh,
the
yeah.
best moment ever, because like you were like, why? What was it? You're like, self-righteous who? And you die.
angels deserve to die,
Oh yeah.
and like literally right after I said die, I was dead.
Oh, man.
And I'm just like proning on the ground, like, you know, scouting the area, and I hear you singing, and right when you cut out, I'm like, what happened? Oh, he died.
That was me and Blade for you. We were the music people. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Them-
definitely.
I remember singing a lot of Breaking Benjamin and stuff.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, man.
And the cool thing too is like, even though we have like similar things in common when it comes to gaming, but we actually kind of like the same genre of music.
Oh yeah, me and Steven
Yeah.
went to a concert once. Shine Down.
Oh, man.
3 days.
Nice.
It's-
Nice.
I got us out of all the concerts I've been to. I mean, I've seen Shinedown after that, I think twice, 2 more times. I think so. I mean, besides getting better every time, I mean, just the fact that it was dead quiet. Like, I mean, there was people talking, like, you know, crowd music and stuff, and then just these massive cannons just fucking explode, like, everywhere, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm deaf. Like, I don't... I'm either dead or deaf, and I have no idea what's going on. Like, oh yeah, we got
3
to hear
days
the
straight.
end of.
Those
Yeah,
huge
you-
fire barrels.
Oh shit! Yeah, right on the front of the stage,
You could
singed
feel
us, and we were pretty far back, and we were losing hair. Like, okay, you people need to turn it down a little bit.
I'd hate to be on stage with that crap.
Oh god, you'd sweat. I wouldn't even have clothes left. It'd be like a greasy pizza in the pizza box. You'd fucking melt through the bottom of it. Oh,
Was this a
man.
festival?
No, it was P.O.D, 3 Days Grace, and Shinedown. And P.O.D went early, those cocksuckers.
We missed them.
Yeah, we got to hear, like, the end of their last song.
Oh
and
wow.
then we're like, because I was thinking, oh, you know, they're just playing music to get us hyped up, and then we walk in, and there they are on stage, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Like, we just missed P.O.D. And we weren't even late. We were early.
Yeah.
What?
They're like, well, thanks for coming out, guys. It's been great. I'm like, this is a joke, right?
You guys are just kidding. Like, you've only played one song, you know, ha, funny. No, they went off stage and started setting up for 3 Days Grace.
Oh wow.
Oh, man. That was good. That was good.
What show was that? At
Is
North
that
Carolina or what?
Tennessee. It was in Nashville.
Oh, wow.
at the Predators Arena?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's
That
good
was
venue.
Good stuff, man.
we weren't too far away because we were like in the second row of seats in the arena.
Yeah,
Nice.
because when he walked right in front of us, that was the first time I realized that he was like only 5 feet tall.
Yeah, they had like this whole entourage of security walking him from the stage to like a center platform they had in the middle of the arena. Like, come on, like he was the president of the United States or something. I'll take a bullet for you, sir.
Right. Oh,
Nobody
man.
even has a gun in here.
That was just good. Like, Shinedown just makes... I mean, 3 Days Grace was awesome. Because their lead singer had just... Did he die or did he quit?
Quit.
He quit.
I think he had just quit because they had just released Painkiller.
That
Yeah.
was with the new singer.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
man,
that singer
that was
sounds different.
good.
I was like, is it a new singer?
It's I forget the guy, Matt, I think, from God, what's the name? They have a song called "Porn Star Dancing."
Oh.
That's his band.
Yeah.
His brother is the bassist for 3 Days Grace. That's how they linked up with.
Okay. That was good. Yeah, that was the first time I'd ever seen Shinedown. The first time I'd ever seen any of those guys.
Remember they got the guy from Limp Bizkit and they did break stuff.
Oh God, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Oh, see,
Dang,
I like
that's a good
when
show, then.
I like when bands do that. Like recently, we went and saw. Oh Jesus, they're called As Lions. They're pretty trash. As Lions, Shinedown, All That Remains was supposed to be there, but they didn't show up. And then this new band, they came out of Fresno. They're called Center Path. They're actually pretty fucking good. I'm not into the whole black metal era, or you know, but they're actually good. Yeah. But was it As Lions? Who went and performed that? Oh no, it was Sick Puppies. They were there too.
Oh,
and I think it's on my Facebook. But they played. He goes, "Oh, you know, I'm gonna play. We're gonna get a little heavy here, and we're gonna play something from a band I think all you guys know." And they played Guerrilla Radio by Rage Against the Machine.
Oh,
and I was like, they started with the first chords, and I'm like, oh my God, I know this song. I was like, oh, me and my dad and my brother are all standing in the back, and we're just like fucking going at it with this song, and people are looking at us like, who the fuck are these guys? Like, there's a bunch of trippy ass dudes on drugs back here. But oh man, that was good. I like when bands play stuff from other bands, other genres of music.
Covers, yeah. Especially like big, like decent side. Like I know I went to a couple of Alter Bridge concerts, and they would play like, you know, not like modern music, but like, you know, 80 like Deep Purple stuff, you know.
Oh, nice.
And also they would like collaborate with like the guys that would open for them. Like they done stuff with like a band called Nonpoint, and then there's this band that opened up for them. They're called Like a Storm, and they're actually really good. Like their songs are really simple, but like they have catchy choruses. Like I can see their music being very catchy and a lot of their riffs and stuff like that. But they're heavy, definitely. But like, they also want and played I didn't go to the show, but I saw a video that they were playing Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Oh, nice.
So like, it's those moments that, and when you witness it and you go to the show, you're like, oh my gosh, they decided to play Enter Sandman, you know?
Right.
I'd like to see Metallica. I was like this close to going to see their worldwide tour.
Oh man.
You should have saw them when they were touring with Avenged Sevenfold.
Aren't they still doing that?
Yeah, they still are.
Yeah, I think they're still.
That's the worldwide tour.
Oh, is it?
They came so close to here, and I was like, tickets are like $300 a piece.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, their stadium.
Well, they were doing it. The closest to here was Atlanta, and they're doing it in the Braves stadium. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. Well, I'm looking at tickets. It's like $230, and you're like, on the second tier behind home plate, and they're playing in center field like 400 feet away. It's like,
Yeah.
200. I love the bands. Like, Volbeat's great. I've seen them before.
Nice.
And
Nice.
Sevenfold, seen them before, but like, I'm not paying $200 and traveling 4 hours to sit 400 feet away. I mean,
Yeah, no. That's the
I
same
don't
here.
know.
Like, they're playing in the Rose Bowl, and they're playing in Petco, where the Padres play. And it's the same thing. Like, $250 to sit at home plate and watch them play in home field, or play in center field. Like, I mean, I would love to. I'd still do it, but I'm not forking that kind of money up.
I
mean,
the,
if it,
the last
go
big,
ahead.
The last big concert I went to was the Carolina Rebellion a couple years ago, and Volbeat was one, and actually I think Avenged Sevenfold was one of the headliners, and Rob Zombie. It was
Rob Zombie's good.
Insane. I mean, me and my friend were like, they had 3 stages, and they'd play back to back. You know, one stage would go off, and then other stage would go on. We were walking from stage to stage, pushing up through to the mosh pits, and just freaking
Hell yeah.
day. And
Nice.
by the time Volbeat came on, I couldn't. I couldn't do it. I had a headache. All the dust, the sun.
Yeah.
Just,
You gotta stay hydrated.
well, yeah. It's kind of hard when freaking water's $8 a bottle.
Yeah.
Well, not even that. Like,
they know
coming
you
back to
have
the
to buy
seats.
There were no seats. It was
Exactly. Like, the thing with concerts or going to shows is that you kind of have to be in the mentality that it's do or die, basically.
yeah.
And because I do everything I can to not put myself in a position where I have to go to the bathroom. Like, I will not.
Yeah.
I would go to the bathroom before we leave. You know, and you have to stay hydrated sometimes too, but I'll take sips.
Yeah.
But, like, even then, it's still a struggle because, like, I want to stay throughout the whole show and not miss a song. And even when I come back, I don't want to fight with somebody for my spot back, you know?
Oh yeah. There
It's
was no fight, but
Yeah.
it was a lot of like pushing up through the crowd, and
Yeah.
like I remember the first time we stopped to get water. We had just left the small stage and went back over to the first big one where Kill Switch Engage was getting ready to go on.
Oh, gosh.
And so we're getting up, working our way up to the pit, and I had a bottle of water, and I wasted the whole fucking bottle of water just slinging it all over everybody. Like, we were standing there, I guess there was a brief intermission, and this dude's like, "You got water?" "Yeah." "Well, share it, man, it's fucking hot." So I just put it up in the air and sling it, and the reaction, like, from the cold water hitting everybody, it was just a collective, "Oh my god." It was great. And everybody turning around and looking at you and being like, "Yeah! That's my guy!"
I've definitely had moments, like, it depends on the venue, and it also depends on who you're seeing, because, like, when I went to see Slash and Miles Kennedy, like, it was more savage, because, like, people were, like, you know, throwing their fists in the air, like, not even caring, you know? Whereas when I went to the Alter Bridge concert in the Wiltern Theater, everyone was, like, super respectful. You know, they're very, like, chill, very easy to talk to. Nobody was, like, troublemakers, really. They were just having a good time.
It's venue, too, man. Venue.
No, yeah. But, like, when I went to AC/DC and Guns N' Roses at Dodger Stadium, it was, like, a whole different ball game, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, those bands have, like, a great following, but at the same time, their following's very, very aggressive.
Yeah. You'd be surprised, though, on these big, like, at the Rebellion, and, well, rock shows for a long time, I was terrified of the mosh pits, because
No, yeah.
I was smaller. I was like, I don't want to die. These people will kill me. And you get up there, and you're like, well, first of all, to get up there, you got to go through a lot of real chill people. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're trying to get to the front. Okay. We're going to the, you say mosh pit, and people just like, okay, go.
Right.
Like, but yeah, like, that show I really got to see, like, I don't know, the respect for other people in the mosh pit, because you think of a mosh pit, you think of people just beating the snot out of each other,
Yeah.
and it's not really like there's a lot of people would try to dump crowd surfers into the mosh pit, and the guy being like, hold on, everybody's stopping moshing. A couple big guys go over and grab this person, walk them over the pit, and dump them on keep them going on the other side. Is insane. Like somebody would fall, you'd have like a big dude jump out in front of him and block people while somebody else jerked him up so he didn't get trampled. It was like, I don't know, changed my perspective on mosh.
Yeah.
And again, I really do think it has something to do with the band too, because like moshing towards freaking Drowning Pool or Slipknot is way different than moshing with Megadeth and Slayer and Big Four stuff, basically.
I mean, Killswitch Engage is pretty heavy. I mean,
No, I know. I'm saying like, cause Megadeth, cause like I know Dave Mustaine. He's like, he understands like, yeah, I want you to have a good time, but I don't want you to be stupid and like killing people.
Don't each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, it also kind of depends on the band too, and I don't know. I think the mosh gets lots of unwanted hate because they hear a lot of stories and stuff. But really, moshers and like the metal community is actually really like caring for each other. To be honest,
it's just dancing.
No, yeah, it's just having a good time. But
Sweet. You kind of got sidetracked on music, but that's all right.
Oh no, like dude, this is okay. Like, so basically, I already told Steven. But basically, this podcast is focused not just on gaming, but music and film and stuff like that. So it's not just on gaming.
Gotcha.
So I'm actually really glad we were talking about music because that's something we're all passionate about too.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
But I think the main meat and potatoes in this podcast is to kind of like discuss our thoughts with Modern Warfare 2 being remastered. If that will be an actual thing.
Should be. They've done COD 4, right?
Yeah. My only thing with Modern Warfare 2 being a remastered game is, and I have said this many times, but I will be willing to spend ungodly amounts of money on buying Modern Warfare 2 Remastered for any console I can get my hands on it. But
as long as I get 10th prestige.
Exactly. Exactly. But what I don't want and what I will take my game back to GameStop is with these stupid ass microtransactions.
Oh yeah.
It happened with COD 4, and like I am okay with microtransactions as far as, like, and they've done it recently, and I actually buy these because they go for good things. But the Call of Duty endowment, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but they give money to disabled gamers and veteran gamers and stuff like that. And those are $4.99, and you get like a special skin. I'm okay with skins and like outfits and calling cards and emblems. Like, I'm okay with purchasing stuff as far as that goes. But the second that you can buy a gun for $5.99 and now you literally are the best player in the game because you have a gun that I don't have, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Pay to win, exactly. I don't want to deal with the pay to win. I already deal with that in Modern Warfare Remastered. Like, guys that, and you can't necessarily just go buy the gun, but you buy COD points, you get these dismantled parts or whatever they're called, and then you can get these guns through that. So it's literally just buying the guns. Like, if Modern Warfare 2, when they remaster it, if it goes to this pay to win stuff, I don't want it. I don't think I will pay for it.
Yeah, like, yeah, I definitely agree with that because I think everyone's focused more on microtransactions rather than making a good game.
Yeah.
And it's kind of with like Halo and Gears of War, you have it too, and even Killing Floor 2 has it. But like, I don't want to have to pay money just to be somewhat competitive.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like that. And also, like, I like you kind of how you were saying, like, I don't mind microtransactions that much as long as it has nothing to do with them being able, like, putting me in a position where I'm at a disadvantage.
Right.
Because someone decided to pay $100 for a certain weapon, and I was like, no, I don't want to spend real money on a gun, digital pixel gun. So like, I shouldn't be penalized for that.
Yeah.
Right. No,
Like what happened? That's why Modern Warfare 2 and like all the, Modern Warfare 3 even, and Black Ops 1, like at least with those games, you can actually earn guns through the game rather than microtransactions.
Yeah, I think the last game that had a pay-to-play gun that I enjoyed was, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, was Ghosts with that Scorpion.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The one that was the dual, it was the assault rifle and the submachine gun.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last gun that I was okay with, like me not having it first and then, being able to get later. Because it was balanced. Like, yeah, it was an OP gun. Like, I mean, I could kill you short range, go to assault rifle mode and kill 5 of your teammates down the street, whereas you couldn't do that with just your UMP or just, your assault rifle with close range. But yeah, when I can, that was the last game that I was okay with things like that, because they only came out with one. It was only the Scorpion. They didn't come out with, any crazy guns, to be anywhere close to that, and it was balanced. I mean, it was good. And then you got games like Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, that you can pay to win. And I think that's what made games, and I hate to say this, but like Modern Warfare 3, oh god, Modern Warfare 2, all the original Call of Duties, I think that's what drew that community away from Halo and from Gears is, I mean, not saying those games are bad, but what drew people away from that is just, it was a simple game. There was 5 or 6 guns in each class, except for like snipers, to choose from, and they even had 4, the EBR, Intervention, 50 cal, and the WA2K. Like, it was simple. No gun was super OP. There was ways to beat everything except the MP7 in Modern Warfare 3. But I mean, it was more simplistic. And I think because all of these guys, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Activision, all these guys, all they want is, like you said, they're not focusing on making a good game. They're focusing on making money.
Yeah.
And, which I get, I get this world revolves around money, but you get guys like us who grew up on, Nintendo 64s and Super Nintendos, Segas, Ataris. Like, we grew up on the old school Xbox, the original Xbox, PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. Like, playing games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, like, stupid, one pixel games, like, and then you go to this new style, and, like, I remember when Black Ops 3 came out, because Black Ops 3 was the first one to have jetpacks, right? Or the boost.
Was it? I thought it was Black... Oh, yeah, I think so.
Because they were the first ones that you could, like, jump sideways real fast and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I hated it. And it was in the middle of a match. We were playing Search and Destroy. I think I was on with Shane and Kobe. I don't remember who else. But I was bitching and moaning because I'm like, I can't understand. Like, I could not... And it was just a learning curve. I could not understand why it was getting melted, and I couldn't understand how to do the boost right and all this stuff. And some kid goes, you know what? Then just stop playing the game because this is how Call of Duty's going to be. And I remember telling him, like, dude, no, this is just a one game thing. Everyone's going to think it's stupid. You know, nobody wants this. Well, then we went from boost down to jetpacks. Okay, you know, you got to learn that. Well, then now you can run on walls and, you know, stick to the walls, you know, stupid stuff. Like, I just want plain and simple ground and pound, where the only way to get to a special spot was if you knew how to jump from this little fence to this part of the car. Then you got to get your knife out and, you know, knife as you're jumping through the air to jump on the house. You know, like, stuff like that. You know, I'm a very simple gamer. I don't need, like, if I sold my PlayStation right now and hooked back up my Super Nintendo, I could play for the rest of my life on that. Like, I have no need for all this new, and I mean, I sounded like a grandpa here, but, you know, I don't need this newfangled stuff. I can play old school, and if they don't keep it old school, I'm not going to be a Call of Duty community member anymore. I can't move on with this new. I can't support the new stuff. It's not fair.
I don't think what they said is necessarily a true statement, because I think it was just something they added the booster packs and all that stuff because they wanted to keep it futuristic, which is sort of in the time era that their game was set. You know, because don't they have World War II? Who's coming out with the World War II? Is it them or Battlefield?
Call of Duty. Yeah, the new Call of Duty is supposed to be going back to World War II, basically.
Yeah.
So, like, they're pulling a Battlefield 1 where they're kind of going back to those footsteps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, in my opinion, like, it wasn't so much like the jetpacks and the boost jet shoes, all that thruster stuff, but, like, it was just because I just got bored of it.
Yeah.
Like, and that kind of came later as far as, like, complaint about the jetpacks and stuff. But it was mainly because Call of Duty just kind of felt... And the problem was there was a new Call of Duty every year.
Yeah.
So, like, there wasn't... You know, whereas Skyrim came 6 years later after Oblivion, so obviously there's going to be put more time and thought into the game. Mm-hmm. And, like, even Assassin's Creed too. But, like, Call of Duty was, like, an every year thing. So, like, what happens with that is you get a plethora amount of Call of Duties from different developers with only 1 year to basically work on the game, or 2 years actually, because they alternate. Mm-hmm. But it just felt repetitive to the point where, and I know I'm going to get arguments like, oh, well, if it's repetitive, like, it's different, but then there's some people who are like, oh, it's different, like, it's not the same. You know, the Call of Duty community is just kind of like cancer basically at this point, where they don't know what they want in the new Call of Duty. Like, for me, I just want, like, another MW2 all over again. Like, because with MW2, and I know, like, people complain about UMPs, noob tubes, one-man army, danger close, like, that was broken, and, you know, it wasn't, like, all these glitches with, like, dual USPs can knife faster. And but I think that's kind of what made the game fun, because, like, there's these funny glitches that just you could take advantage of, but, like, it wouldn't really break the game. Like, you can combat a dual model shotgun with, like, a Spaz 12. Like, especially when they patched them, that made it even easier.
Oh yeah,
but, like,
and the pea shooters.
I know, but, like, what I'm saying is Modern Warfare 2, like, they got it right as far as with the weapons. There was not one weapon that I did not like using. Because, like, everything was good. And therefore, everything is balanced.
Their weapons and their perk trees. They had their perks set up right, so you couldn't... Like, on the newer stuff, you could set up perks, and basically it got to where if you weren't running these perks, you were going to suck, pretty much. Like Steven said earlier, on MW2, there was a counter for everything. Like, you had to choose, do I want to run stopping power, or do I want to run lightweight, or do I want to run cold-blooded? Like, And then you get
Yeah.
to the newer stuff, you can run stopping power cold-blooded at the same time, or, you know, and just sit here and wreck people. Where
Yeah, and I think the first step was when they took out stopping power, because then that kind of what opened up campers, like especially in Black Ops 1. Oh my gosh, like Ghost. That's why that game was so slow, because like everyone was running Ghost and just camping. So like there was like no action whatsoever at all, and like it encouraged camping technically.
Yeah.
Whereas Modern Warfare 2, like, okay, you want to not appear on the radar, but you're going to suffer from damage bonus.
Right.
But, like, if, because UAVs came in every time in that game.
Yeah.
And Search, it was huge, because, like, if you had a UAV and someone wasn't running cold blood, it's like, oh, there they are, kill them,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, I think with Modern Warfare 2, like, people complain about Commando and all these things, like, I get that. But when it's going good, it is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing that gives me so much, like, I'm just so satisfied when I throw a Semtex and I stick a guy and I get the triple kill.
Right.
Or I'm using a right shield and I do the stupid throwing knife setup with the right shield
Yep.
and I kill the sniper who's just staring at me, like, 5 feet close, you know?
Right.
It's like moments like that. It's like Modern Warfare 2 just had some crazy nostalgic moments that I can never forget, and they were really funny and epic.
Yeah.
That was the thing. There was always like the perfect pair of perks to go with every setup. So it's like not everybody ran Commando because they might be running akimbos or something and they need steady aim. Or,
Yeah.
And like even with Commando, like I didn't really complain about Commando because I can hear you. Like you're super loud if you're not running Ninja in that game. So like you can easily hear someone and like camp in the corner and wait for them and just kind of lure them in.
Now,
Especially in Search.
that was the thing. You got like two great perks, but they're in the same tree. So like,
Yeah.
which one do you? Do you want to be silent or do you want to like have something that's going to give you a further range and no fall damage?
Yeah.
I think on most of my perks, I always ran Ninja and Set Rep.
Yeah.
Those were like my go-to.
Scrambler.
Oh god.
Yeah, there you go. That's the way to go. Let people know you're coming towards them.
It's like,
we did
oh.
that sometimes for fun. Like
I
we would
know.
set up a marathon lightweight scrambler. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like,
See, no, that was actually okay. Like, even though Scrambler is such a pointless perk in the game, I don't know why you would run it. But when you tell the whole team to run Marathon Lightweight Scrambler, it is awesome. It's like it's just like non-stop Scrambler. You kill someone and you're still scrambled.
Right.
It's like
Right.
like it's so crazy, and especially in Search. I remember we were playing on Estate, and we're like, okay, let's all go Marathon Lightweight Scrambler. So we were running with like M10s, Rangers, and Spaz 12s and stuff. And we were just rush plant the bomb at like A, I think. Or was it B? Yeah, B was the one outside of the estate.
Yeah.
And nobody could see their radar if they were going near that bomb. So like it made them paranoid and like, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? You know?
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
that was
it's I don't know.
it was a head
it-
game.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other game that. I mean, you can, you can have, all your guys running, certain perks and stuff. But there's no other game that on terminal and close quarters airport can you have all 6 guys running, Ghost or not Ghost, Jammer, all this stuff and have suppressed EBRs, suppressed USPs, and running complete dead silent and win. And 4-0 people. Yeah, like there's no other game that you can do that. That's the fun stuff. Like they took the fun out of Call of Duty. It became a money grabbing, here's your guns, go kill people. There's no strategy anymore. There's no, let's all throw suppressors on and, and Scrambler and go over here and, sit at B and screw with people. There's no more bear traps, no more stupid sitting in the corner with a riot shield beating someone to death because you trapped him in the corner. Like, you trap him in the corner and you get all your friends up there to make fun of him, and then he happens to have a C4 and he throws it over and kills you all. Like, there's no more of that.
Yeah.
Just you bringing that up, Steven, I couldn't help but thinking when Shane would get trapped in the corner by another guy with a right shield.
Most of the time it would be our team. We'd trap each other.
Kobe over there trapping. Yeah. Come on, dude! Come on!
I can't fucking see anything. And then the guy run up behind Kobe and like shoot at him and kill Shane.
Yeah. And then Kobe go running off and kill that guy with his fucking akimbo replicas.
Oh gosh.
God.
And then you just see the one and only Reaper has left the game.
Yeah. And then you get a call and he's like, dude, where'd you go? Man, I fucking hate him. You always trash me in the corner. Like, come on, dude, we need a 6-man. All right, I'll be back on in a minute.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't deal with this stupid crap right now.
I'm done with this game.
Shane, that needs to be a tattoo on Shane. It's just, I'm done.
Yeah.
And and it's all good fun too. Like when we're talking about our friends, like we all have our moments. I think. Like, I mean, I think I lost my cool a couple of times, and it wasn't even towards you guys. To be, it was just towards myself because that was a time where I was taking gaming a little bit too seriously. Where like, if we lose, I'm like, what's wrong with everyone? Like, we should be winning, like just like kind of.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
We drop 2 games and be like, oh my god, do we suck now?
Yeah.
Like, there's kids on there that haven't won a game the whole time they've been playing, and we get on there and lose one game, we're like, fuck, we suck! Like, we shouldn't be playing with each other anymore. I think the best times, though, and you kind of hit on it a second when you talked about not being mad at us, I think some of the best moments came from when we were pissed off at each other. Like, not even just because Kobe and, me were trapping Shane in the corner, shooting him, whatever. I you can't ever prove I did that. But, like, some of the best ones, like, it was a 1v1, and you pulled a stupid move, and you fell off a ladder, and you missed a kill, or, and you come into the lobby, and you just know that there's 5 guys, 5 of your closest friends waiting there to just shit-talk you until you just want to quit. Like, you come into the lobby, dude, he was fucking right there. How did you not see him?
Yeah.
Like, or you run right past somebody and plant the bomb and he kills you and gets the defuse. Like, you saw his name. Like, we all saw it.
Yeah.
Like, we're all...
It's not just the other team anymore. It's all 11 guys in the lobby just giving you hell.
Right. And, like, you're just like, I want to quit. I'm done with this shit. Like, I'm over it.
Sorry, is this search and destroy or free for all? Fuck.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, I think it all has to do with, like, I mean, me personally, I don't like getting mad over, like, something like that. But I do know, there were a few of us that had a weak spot towards a certain thing. Like, one thing someone said to this person, most likely it was going to turn into a raging warfare. And it happens, and I think it was because we were so good that having that in our minds, we're like, okay, we're so good, we need to be the best clan and not lose, we gotta be amazing, so therefore we have to be perfect every game.
Sometimes
it was funny because, or go ahead, Chris.
Sometimes though, like, giving each other hell so much is what sort of made it got somebody to step up their game, like messing with Shane or something, and it's like, just sitting there trash talking him, and then in the next game he's sitting here like 3 kills in a round. What now, Jammer? Huh?
Right.
You guys gonna kill anybody, or am I gonna have to carry the team this game? I mean,
yeah. I think it was just sometimes it would resort to pep talk too, because like, I know I didn't really have this problem, but I know it was like Adrian and Shane and definitely Michael. Is that we would just have off games, like I've had a lot of them where I'm like, doing pretty decent, but I'm not really contributing. I haven't really got any kills, but I didn't die either. So like, but we can't be perfect all the time because like that's super hard. And if you're playing against a really good team, like it's funny because like people make the argument like, oh, you're amazing, and like, oh, like that 1v6 clutch, like how'd you do it? It's because I was playing against sucky people. Because like honestly, like reasons why we get clutches and all these amazing kills and stuff is because most of the time it's because we're playing against garbage people. And then when we play against, tough teams, tough clan teams and stuff, that's where it gets serious. Because then that's kind of where it kind of tests our skill in the game. And we've gotten awarded for beating them with like the most stupidest setups. Like I think I was running one-man army and like a Kimbo MP5Ks with lightweight. And I was going to town with those. It was on sub base, I think, too. And then like Adrian would use like his EBR Silence Marathon Cold-Blooded class, and Steven would be the quick scoper trying to get quick scopes, and Josh would be the same thing. And then Jammer would be the guy who's like, oh, I'm going to use my trusty like M16 FMJ holographic,
Yeah. Well, see that we knew each other, like we played with each other, knew each other, and like during the matches, we sort of, I guess our communication was so well that everybody had sort of a role, and then we'd always have somebody playing a counter to this guy's role. Like, so okay, Kobe wants to shield. Well, I'm going to run behind him with this gun and sort of back him up, and it just like, or
ACR.
These yeah, these guys are doing this. Well, maybe I should sit back in the distance and like, we got a bunch of guys running marathon. Well, we need somebody to snipe or something. Like
that's true.
Well balanced, pretty much. That's sort of what got us. So like, even if you didn't have, like you were saying, any kills but you didn't die, well, like you were still playing your role. Like, one person would catch fire pretty much, and so people would quit going that way, but we always had somebody the other route waiting. Like,
yeah.
Well, I think to kind of play along with what you were saying as far as like, knowing the roles that we all played and kind of played to our strengths. There were certain times, and actually it happened a lot. I can't say certain times because it happened more often than not. We go into a game on Wasteland. We're starting out bomb side, besides the fact that we all tried to pull out noob tubes and cross-map people and get a 6-man kill. But we all knew where the other one was going to go. Like, I knew that I was going to try to run with my Scar suppressed all the way to the left and sit behind that exploding barrel and try to pick off some kills before those guys got around the corner of the bunker. I knew Chris was going to go all the way through and sit up top on the top and watch my back coming from the other side. And, even if he didn't say anything, like if he died, I knew exactly where to turn because I knew where he was coming from. And, we're sitting there on opposite sides of the map, all of us. We're all spread out, and we don't even need to ask each other where each other are. We just know. Like, we knew our strengths and we knew our weaknesses. I knew I was strong in, I'm a camper, I'll admit it. I knew I was strong with, camping in one spot, kind of drawing them in. I knew, you were good with running around with akimbo rangers in that cave, killing 4 people. I knew Shane was good with his sniper sitting up top. Chris was good with his fucking suppressed 50 cal, or like the FAMAS or the FM, not the FMJ. What was that other one? The ugly
F2000.
F2000. ACR, like, or his LMGs. Like, I knew, we all knew each other's strengths, and I didn't even have to ask. There was no such thing as, okay, 1, 2, 3, push. We just knew, as we converged, okay, this is the time we need to go. You know, when there's 15 seconds left, when there's 20 seconds left, you know, that's the time.
Oh, I know.
That's the time we need to push. There was no, okay, you know, hey, I'm coming this way. I'm coming this way. It was just, okay, I know Chris is going to be here. I know Christian's going to be here. I know Shane's going to be here. I'm moving in on this side. We're going to push them. And we each got our guys. We know who we are. We know where we are. Like, there was such good silent communication. You know, I mean, we had definitely had our times where we're yelling at each other, you know, he's behind you or he's over here. Or, you know, like he was playing on, you know, we have 4 guys running marathon lightweight. You know, someone needs to sit back with a sniper and someone needs to run over here with an ACR and watch the snipers back while he's watching all these guys. You know, or like on, what stupid, was it Corey? I think it was, we were talking about earlier. You know, Jammer's sitting over here with his suppressed 50 cal in the back, all hidden in the corner. You know, I'm going to sit either with him with an intervention and watch the other angle, or I'm going to sit up there with my SCAR, and once people know where he is, as they start coming towards him, I'm going to protect him. You know, there wasn't like, hey, I'm a sniper, I need protection. I just knew that was his go-to gun on this map in this area. You know, we needed to get that. We were so good as a team. I think it just there was so much unwritten communication. It just worked that well to where we were just ungodly.
It's funny because the more I think about it, sometimes in those moments it kind of feels like we're in a movie together, or like,
right?
You know, like watching like those war and like suspenseful movies where it's like there's a guy in there, like just like whispering. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I remember Jammer and I were the only ones alive, and it was on, what was the map? Oh, it was when, you know, the DLC maps, Trailer Park.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And there was a guy in a certain trailer, and Jammer was on the other side and I was on the other side, you know. And Jammer's like, wait, I hear somebody. And you're like, quiet, I'm listening. And I'm like, okay, I'm listening. And we hear footsteps, you know. And we're like, okay, Jammer, what do you want to do? Like, and it's like, okay, well, we can just trap him and hope one of us kills him. Like, even if he kills one of us, more likely one of the other is going to kill him back. So, like, we would do that, and right when I walk in, I get shot, but I walk away and I run. I'm like, shoot, he's in there. He's just, like, looking at that way. And then I'll tell Jammer, okay, Jammer, you need to throw, like, a stun or something to, like, you know.
Yeah.
And, like, Jammer would throw 2 stuns. I would throw, like, another stun. And then I'm like, okay, Jammer, let's just go in together. And then we go, 1, 2, 3, go. And we would just kill him. And, like, he didn't even kill us because, like,
Yeah.
he was, like, focused on one side, but, like, Jammer came up from behind him and just, like, nailed him.
Yeah. I think my
So, like...
And the
Go
last minute call out says you're dying. Like, you know
Right.
you're going to die. It's just like, this building, and that's all the people here, and then you're dead.
Oh, I know. Yeah, because it was me and Kobe. We would run Last Stand a lot. That would be a wild card perk we would use sometimes. And it's fun to use, actually, too. It really helps out with 1v1 situations. Because, like, if you have your Akimbo Magnums and you're just using those, it's like you're drop shotting, technically, when you're having a 1v1, like, battle. Because, like, you drop, but then your health, like, gets replenished. So, therefore, you kind of have, like, invincibility frames for a few seconds. And usually it works out. But anyways, like, Kobe would get shot or sniped, and he's just on his last stand, and he's just, like, laying there. And he's like, there's a guy right across from the other window. It would be on, like, high rise or something. And we're like, where? He's like, on the... And he just dies. And I'm like, shoot. It came from this way, and we would do our best to, like, pinpoint where the guy was, and Reaper would, like, come from behind, and he would die. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, like, this guy is just, like, going to town. And then me, you, and Steven would, like, and Michael would just stay back. Because they have to plant, so why should we rush them, you know? It's just, like, smart stuff like that. So, like, sometimes we kind of forget, like, oh, yeah, they have to plant, so why are we rushing them? Like...
And then you get into the lobby and Reaper's going off. I got him behind him, and this kid freaking turned on me. And
Right?
Like-
We win the round, and all of a sudden we get in the lobby. Fuck you, man! I should have killed you. Like Shane's fucking yelling at people for no reason. We're like, oh, what the hell happened in here? Like walking into the door as your birthday party, and there's people beating each other to death. Like, what the hell happened? Or like you get a really sick like 1v3 clutch, and you come into the lobby, and the whole rest of your team's talking shit. No one's cheering you on. You're like, hey, just
my
just
gosh.
kill people, and they're like, no, fuck you guys. Like, we're gonna beat the shit out of you this time. Like, you're like, oh, okay, I guess.
They weren't even watching the game. They were just
Right. No one's even paying attention. You're taking a drink of soda or something. You're turned away from your Xbox completely, and you're just talking mad shit. Like
That definitely happened to me a few times. I did like a pretty awesome move, but like none of you guys acknowledged the cool thing I did, and I'm like, really? Like I did this.
makes
Like,
you feel bad. You're like, hey, I just did this. Come on. There's so many things.
I know, like I just pulled off an awesome pistol switch and just wrecked the guy. Like,
Right. Pulled off a YY ladder stall fakie.
oh jeez. See, I wasn't really into the whole like
Hell no.
every
Easy
now
kill.
and then. Like I would mess around with quick scoping, but I would do that in free for all. That way my team doesn't have to suffer.
Yeah. Oh, I loved quick scopers, like the trick shotters and stuff. Free kills for me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like,
No, yeah.
dude, you're
Well,
not
you're-
cool.
Well, because you like I think you're pretty. It was like you and Juice and sometimes Adrian, but like you two were like pretty solid with the quick scopes.
No,
It's
I
like-
was horrible.
Nah, like I remember like for most of the times I would spectate you, you would like pull it off, especially if we were playing on Derail.
Oh,
And like you
yeah.
just see a guy open in the snowfield and you just like wreck him with like a quick scope.
I was definitely good with like snapshotting, like
Yeah.
real quick, but like 1v1 quick scoping, I was trash. But like I could no scope someone around the corner, I could pull off some okay. But if it was like 1v1, I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Well, I think your problem was I think you're using the intervention a lot.
Oh
And-
yeah, definitely.
And I mean, people are saying like, "Oh, you're using the Barrett. That's not fair. That's like not legit." But like, I don't know. It's still quick scoping. So like,
It's still a sniper rifle.
and like, I think you're more better with the 50 cal. I think that's it because the intervention. It's like one shot and you miss, you're punished because like that bolt action like
Oh, yeah.
takes time. So like your shots have to count. The Barrett is I don't want to say it's easy mode, but like the Barrett is kind of a different approach. You kind of have to do the same thing with the intervention, but you kind of have to like conserve ammo because you don't have scavenger, obviously, because you have sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and there'd be even times I would try a quick scope without sleight of hand. That was fun. I would
Right.
use marathon and the Bear 50 cal with extended mags. That was a cool setup.
Remember my
But like,
controller?
what's
Oh my
that?
god, yeah.
My mod.
Oh, we would do the insane like we had a mod controller. Are you talking about that?
Yeah.
Where we would just like do that trick with the quick trigger.
No, I had a mod control the wrap.
Oh, that's right. You had the mod controller.
So
You didn't really use it. Like I think the only time you used it was when the other team was being a douche.
screw these guys. I'm getting my FAL and modding it.
Oh god, yeah.
Which was really cool
I
because
still
like
have. Where is it? I still have my black one.
Huh?
When I got it for the first time, I ordered it offline from. I don't remember who I got it from. Somebody, and I hooked that bad boy up. Yeah, the FAL. There was what was it? There was that other one. It had like what was it? It was the really long rifle one.
EBR.
No, it was an assault rifle. It was the other single shot or the other. Oh god,
The FAL was the only single shot assault rifle in that game.
was it?
Yeah, the rest was like bursts, like M16. If I'm honest.
Oh, okay. I thought there was.
You're probably getting mixed up with like the EBR because like a lot of people mod that too.
Yeah.
Oh no, I modded the EVR the shit. Put a suppressor on that thing. It was a laser beam. But see, the thing is, like, I want Modern Warfare 2 to come back, but at the same time, like, I don't want it to be. I think I don't want to be bad at it now. Like, because I mean, we were so good, and the thing is, like, we don't have any proof that we were good. Like,
Yeah.
I know. We if it had theater mode and like I don't know.
yeah. If,
And, like,
if it
store
could-
that in
if
my
you
hard
could
drive or
record,
something.
if you could record like you can now with PlayStation and Xbox,
Yeah.
we'd be all over YouTube. I mean, because we can sit there till we're blue in the face and tell people how, in a 6-hour afternoon of us playing, we would only lose like twice, and it was because of some bullshit lag. And I walked around the corner with my Spas 12, and this fucker was laying down, and I fired right over the top of his head, and he got me with his FAL. Like, that's the bullshit. How we would. We never lost. Like, if it was 3-3. We never lost balls to the wall, man up games. Like, we clutched so hard all the time. But it was the bullshit. Like, a Harrier would come in and snipe me through a window. Like, and that would be the end of the game. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, what the hell?
And at that time, it's like, oh, I wish I had cold-blooded.
Yeah.
But I at least have the assurance that I can sit there and, text or call any of you guys and be like, hey, listen, this guy doesn't know I'm going to call him right now. He'll tell you some shit that we did. How we all had at least one. I know a bunch of us. I know we all had multiples, but we all had at least one 1v6 clutch. We all had that really badass 1v1 sniper kill or 1v1 commando lunge, or the last bullet in your Magnum, or your deagle.
Gosh.
You're running somebody through terminal and you just happen to pop them right at the right time. It's your last bullet, like,
And it was a headshot.
yeah. That's the stuff that I want back. Like, I want just that straight, just blood curdling rage of being sniped across the map by a Spas 12 4-grip holographic. Like, you would the match, and you're running around a corner, and he snipes you like from downrange. You're like, oh, okay, let me pull out my Spas 12. We'll see how this goes.
The one thing that did not make sense, do you guys remember this? Kobe, it was on Corey. He saw the guy planting the bomb, and he was using a TAR 21, and he killed him with one shot. Not even a headshot. He killed him with one shot. I was like, that never happens. Like, what the heck? Like, that was probably the most interesting thing I ever saw. Because, like, it at least takes 2 shots with stopping power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unless if it's a headshot,
My,
But he killed him with one bullet, and he shot him on the freaking, like, hip.
yeah. I used to like to sneak up behind people and teabag them before I killed them.
Oh, especially for kill cams.
Yeah. You sit there teabagging the crap out of them. You're watching the bomb like, when's this guy gonna come get it? Teabag.
Right.
When 10 seconds left, you shoot him in the head and then go up there and defuse the bomb.
Yeah,
And
you didn't knife anybody because that didn't give you a camo. You got to shoot him in the head, get your fall camo, and then you go.
Yeah, you gotta get that free headshot.
Collect the free headshot.
Free headshot from me. Got my red tiger now.
Hell yeah! Like, I think some of my most ragey moments were with the intervention, and it happened with the 50 cal too. Like, that is like chest up a 1-shot kill. Like, you scoped in and hit this dude right in the chest, like right in the throat, and it hit marker. and then you miss another shot and he kills you, and you fucking throw your remote on the desk. And, son of a bitch! Like, you're just having shit around. Everyone's like, dude, I saw you hit him. I saw you hit him. I was like, I know I hit him. I know I shot him. Like, why didn't it kill him? And then you get in the lobby, and he's like, dude, I was so close to death right there.
That or you hit him, and either you hit him and you get the painkiller logo, or
Oh gosh.
or like you have him dead center on your scope and the shot doesn't even hit, and you're like, what the fuck, man? Dude, I just shot this guy in the face, and like it didn't even give me a hit marker.
Yeah, and then somebody steals your kill and you get an assist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's just Call of Duty altogether, though, because that happened to me a lot in freaking Modern Warfare 3. Like, I would shoot the guy like 20 times and get hit markers, but it still wasn't enough to kill him, whereas it only took him 2 to kill me.
Yeah.
Like,
Or like he runs through your spray of bullets and knifes you.
yeah,
Like,
that
okay.
was kind of wonky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was some
Models,
serious
they
bullshitter going on
patched
here.
Yeah, see, I get mad at those things.
pre-patch model
That's good.
Kimbos.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
dual sniper rifles.
I think it was really bad on the PlayStation, because I remember Michael had a PlayStation during that time, and he was saying that they still did not patch the stinking glitch where you would run with the care package can and still be super fast.
Oh yeah.
Remember the care
Like-
package glitch where you could do something and have like unlimited care packages?
Oh gosh.
Like
yeah,
jumped
that-
over a wall or something and threw the care package at the same and you timed it right, you would
yeah.
get another you would have the care package grenade in your hand still.
Yeah, that was insane. I didn't really mind that. Like, if it happened in the free for all, it's like, oh, free kill, because everyone's trying to go for this care package. Like, but in a stinking ground war domination, like, I'm sorry, that's just too much. Like, and I didn't really like ground war either. I thought it was like too much, and you know, you get those lobbies, those Rust lobbies, and it's ground war, and everyone's noob tubing. So like,
Oh yeah, it's just constant
those matches
shit.
are impossible to get out of spawn without dying in
Yeah.
a second.
It was like spawn dead, spawn dead, spawn dead. God dang it!
Right. Let's just
Why do
back
I
out,
keep
guys.
on
Let's just
dying?
back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was another Shane thing too.
Oh, I know.
We'd be getting the shit kicked out of us in something like a team deathmatch or a domination or something, and he'd be like, he'd be getting shit on bad. He's like 0-14. He's like, guys, let's just back out. Like, I'm done with this. Let's just back out.
But we're winning.
Yeah, we're winning like almost 200-0, and we have like 40 kills apiece. Guys, let's just back out. I'm tired of this. Or you'd hear him set his controller down, and he would just sit there and breathe into the mic the whole time and not play. Like, here's that.
Yeah.
Pick up the controller.
I remember him cussing his brother a lot.
Hey, you fucking faggot. That's me. Stop. Quit touching me. I'm trying to play.
That was like the beginning of the Modern Warfare 2 era for us.
Yeah.
That was when it was pretty popular.
The maps
And even then, like,
well balanced too.
the what? Oh, no, I love the map. Like, thinking back, Modern Warfare 2, like, had the best maps ever. Because, like, Afghan was amazing. Derail was good.
I think derail.
People have mixed feelings about Terminal, but I think Terminal's a great map.
I love Trump.
And then I think my most favorite map would probably have to be between... Gosh, this is so hard. Because, like... Oh, it was Estate and... I believe it was... Yeah, Afghan and Estate. Because, like... The thing with those two maps is, like, Afghan, like, was just so huge. But then you got, like, that whole cliff. That's, like, another battlefield, basically. And then in the center, you got, like, this broken plane that you can go inside and jump on top and climb the... What do you call it? The back end of the plane and go from there to the cliff.
Yeah.
I think that map was great.
Yeah.
I think all my cool moments were on that map, too. Maybe that's why I like it a lot.
See, they had it, like, well mixed. So, like, there was always a place you could go snipe. There was always, like, a long-range place. There's a mid, and then a close. So, like, there was always a good mix of, you know, depending on how you wanted to play, where you went.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only one exception was Wasteland. I would always snipe on that map. Because, like, I don't know, like, as you play video games for, like, majority of your life, your sight gets worse every time. And I was like, I need to zoom in and, like, see someone close. Because, like, there's no way I can laser beam with an ACR, like, long range on a map like that. I don't know, that was just my problem, so that's why I would always snipe, because I just love how I can zoom in and I see a guy, and it's so easy because it's so wide open.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. It doesn't get much better than Modern Warfare 2.
Try not to get stuck in your scope, so...
What was that?
You try not to get stuck in your scope, like looking down the scope all the time.
Oh, I know, yeah.
So much.
I think I had a bad habit of doing that a lot.
Oh, I did. I straight hard scoped all the time.
No, yeah, I was a diehard. Like, that's how I snipe. I snipe, I don't know, the right way. But, like...
Yeah, people
like,
be like, dude, it's a sniper, you're supposed to quickscope. I'm like, no, that's not how it works.
Well, especially for me, because I was using the WA2K. That sniper sucks compared to the Barrett and the Intervention.
What do you mean you can't quickscope at the WA2K? You're just not good enough.
Yeah.
No, but, like, the WA2K, it had a special glitch about the gun, because, like, I remember Kobe would always use stopping power with it. And I was like, dude, why are you using stopping power? That's like a waste of a perk. Because, like, when you put stopping power on the WA2K, it doesn't add damage to it. Like, even on the chest. Like, he still takes 2 shots to kill if you just shoot him on the chest. So I was like, yeah, like, it doesn't work. Like, headshot, yeah, but that's a headshot, that's why. So, like, the WA2K was so great because it opens doors to, like, a whole nother class build. And I would always use either lightweight or what was it? Oh, cold blood. But usually it was lightweight because, like, I like feeling super fast. And, you know, lightweight pro, the pro version, right when you stop sprinting, you already have your gun ready to, like, aim down sight.
Yeah.
So, like, when you pair that with sleight of hand, you're just like a super on drugs, super fast sniper. That's like on drugs, basically.
Drug sniper.
And I would put Last Stand.
Sounds like a good
too.
80s movie.
Yeah.
Drug sniper.
Drunk sniper. Coming this summer.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so basically, I think what I wanted to talk lastly, we're already at an hour and 22 minutes. This is a long episode, but, you know, I think I wanted to kind of talk about, like, where we kind of are now as far as gaming. Because as Steven was kind of talking earlier about how we just kind of feel separated, yet we still keep in contact. But me, personally, I've been on the PC for most of the time, the past 4 years. I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online, Killing Floor 2, and, you know, pretty much just games on PC.
Yeah.
But then I got an Xbox One finally. So, like, every now and then I would play, like, Injustice 2 or, you know, Dishonored. And I think I'm going to get... I'm still debating if I want to get Destiny 2, either on the PC or the console.
PC. Or console. Sorry, console.
But, like, now I feel like both systems are balanced to where I don't feel like, oh, I'm mostly game on the PC. It's more like, yeah, I'm playing both consoles or both platforms right now.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of jumping back and forth.
No, I guess
Consoles are catching up to the PC as far as computing power. They'll never quite get there because you can build really high-end PCs, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I was just telling Steven that some games just are more satisfying on the console. Like Call of Duty, like, even though I don't play Call of Duty anymore, like now anyways, those games are much better on the console for me. Because, like, on PC, like, people say, like, oh, PC is a lot harder, you know? And, yeah, I think that's true, but I think that's just because it has to do with, like, the different movements compared to the console and the PC.
Yeah.
Because, like, so the sensitivity on the keyboard and mouse is, like, different. Like, way different than the sensitivity on the controller.
Right. And on PC...
So, like...
on PC, key binding is critical. Like...
Yeah, and just, like, all that stuff was like, oh, this is new, this is weird. So, like, I was one of those guys who would, you know, plug in my Xbox controller to my PC and use that still. But even then, I still felt like the movement was just different still, because it didn't have the same, like, sensitivity I liked on the consoles, where it was just, like, nice and flow, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yep. So, well, a little bit on both too. Mostly on the computer though. It's Arma 3, which is pretty cool, but it can be sometimes it can be pay to win. Like with the private servers, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we have this, this, and this," but like you can buy VIP status and you'll get free vehicle respawns, or you'll get this, and so like people just go on there recklessly with a helicopter or whatever, nothing to lose. That gets old. But like, yeah, Xbox One, I haven't really played a lot of lately. I mean, a little bit of Battlefield 1, this small little game called World of Tanks.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know that game.
It's straightforward, you don't have to worry about anything. Just go out there in your freaking tank and mess crap up.
Yeah.
And, I got PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on.
Oh, PUBG. Yeah, buddy.
I hear that game is actually really, like, popular right now.
Yeah. It's like a big King of the Hill game, basically, with the hill always shrinking. And you have to loot your weapons and gear and everything. It's pretty dope. So
It's good. It's like the older, better brother of H1Z1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what it kind of looked like. It also kind of had, like, that open world DayZ feel where you just, like, find people in the big world.
Yep. And they have zombie mode on there now. Where
Oh, wow.
it's like you and a team, and it's like 100 zombies or something you have to survive, which doesn't sound like a lot, but
It can be overwhelming.
once you have to factor in that you have to find your gear,
Yeah, it gets a little troublesome.
that's I guess the fun thing about it. It's like first 2 minutes of it are so like the adrenaline rush because you're parachuting in, and as you're parachuting in, you're looking around to see if anybody else is parachuting with you. Because if they parachute in the same group of buildings, it's like, all right, I hope there's a gun in this one, because it's like whoever finds the gun first is the one that lives.
Yeah. It's a straight showdown.
Yep. And then you get the ones where nobody gets a gun, they just go to try to punch each other.
Yeah.
Super punch. Boom.
Games like that, though, like, see, I would love to play that game, but I don't have any friends that has that game.
Yeah, you do. I've got it.
Ah.
Oh, wait, that's right. I'm not your friend.
Oh.
You guys weren't friends until about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah. You told me I wasn't your friend anymore.
Dang. Got him.
Listen.
Got him.
Listen.
Well, I am definitely, as of now, more of I have always been a console gamer. I'm not a PC guy, except for old school RuneScape. Ballin'. But I'm definitely more into PlayStation 4. I play a lot of like GTA, Killing Floor, Battlefield 1, Remastered. This little known game called 7 Days to Die. Very, very good game. It's a little glitchy and shitty, but hey, it's awesome.
Is that free to play?
It is now, yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm definitely more of I could get into PC, but I don't have a PC that can run anything crazy. Like, I think the biggest thing I can run with this laptop is Fallout 4. And it's a little slow sometimes, like in boss battles and stuff.
Yeah, it's a really resource-heavy game.
Yeah, I need to get a gaming PC so I can play like PUBG and Arma and like there's even little games I want to play, like Prison Architect. Like I like horror games. Five Nights at Freddy's. What's that stupid? Outlast. Yeah.
Outlast.
I absolutely love games like that. But yeah, I'm definitely more of a console-sided person.
And Jammer.
He said his already.
Oh, well, I thought he wanted to say more stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
Who?
You?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, for me, for me, like honestly, like the problem was when the new consoles came out or were announced, we were kind of like, all of us had a question mark above our heads. Like we were like, okay, what should we go? Like right now, Xbox One has a really cruddy like. Remember that whole thing with Xbox where they wouldn't let you play used games or something, trade games or something, and
Oh yeah.
that
Wait.
became huge. And then
A lot of people weren't going to get the Xbox One because they weren't. You couldn't share games. That was
yeah,
It was before it even
And-
came out.
yeah. So like, Xbox was like the most hated console during that war, right? As of that point, like even Nintendo was even more loved than the Xbox, and that's kind of saying something. But like
Right.
during the time, like Microsoft finally announced, like, oh, like we stopped with the idea basically, even though it took them like 2 months to be like, oh yeah, you guys are right, like the idea is stupid, you know.
Yeah.
like that's Microsoft for you. They kind of do stupid stuff until their Twitters exploded with rage tweets and all stuff like that.
Yeah, they messed up big time.
The thing that
But like,
I don't know if it's like that on PS4 or not, but like on Xbox, if you buy digital content, like if you go on there and you buy a game on the Xbox store and download it, like there's no resale value. You can't go to GameStop and get $5 for Black Ops 3, you know? Like I hate
Yeah.
this. Like that's it. And if you sell your Xbox, like, you know, hey, okay, well I don't want to I'm not playing Xbox, I'm doing stuff on PC and it's just collecting dust, so I'm going to go sell it, get a few bucks. Like, all those games you bought have no value because it's
Yeah.
just tied to your account. Like, you can't sell it. And that kind of is what they were talking about. Like, you couldn't share games because games are tied to your... Me and a friend tried to do that on a game. It was a downloadable game. I was like, well, I don't want to pay. It was, God, what's that game? It's like soccer with cars.
Oh, Rocket League.
oh, Rocket
Rocket League.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rocket League. Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I mean, I want to try it, but I don't want to pay like $30 to try a game. And he was like, well, here, I'll just give you my account and you can download it. So I put his account onto my Xbox, download it, and it's like, okay, this might work. And it's signed back into mine, and I can't play a game unless I'm signed into his account.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't share games or anything. Like, you know, Kobe, who was it? Kobe had his second Modern Warfare 2 disc loaned out to the longest time.
Oh yeah,
He would all,
he's still on to me with that too.
is it you? You know, you
Yes.
still have my Call of Duty. Still, like, that's my MW2, so you better not sell it.
No, like, yeah, I still don't even understand because he was the one that decided to get the Prestige Edition. So like, he's like, here, like, borrow my MW2 and like more like keep it because like, why do you need two Modern Warfare MW2 discs?
Yeah.
But I kind of told him because I had a PS4 before I sold it, and I have like Killzone Shadowfall, like all the games that came out right when the PS4 was released, Ghost even, and Battlefield 4.
3,
And I was like,
or was it 4?
what's that?
Was it 4 or 3 when the PS4 came out? Battlefield.
I think it was 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I was like, Kobe, like, you know, I don't have a PS4, but I still have like this Killzone Shadowfall just like laying here. It's like I can give you as a token as giving me your MW2. But he still hasn't like reminded me about it, so I don't think he wants it anymore because he's on PC.
Sweet.
But yeah, like, it's just kind of a struggle. Like, for me personally, like, I'm not the kind of guy who's just like, yeah, PC is God, basically. Like, and although that might be true, but like, I still have fun playing the console. Like, even playing games on the PS4 was really fun too. And for me, it was just like more preference than like bias, because like I just liked the Xbox controllers just a lot better than the PS4 controllers. Because I don't know, the PS4 controller, the DualShock 4s, they just feel so skinny to my hands. Like, and when I'm playing shooters, it feels awkward for me.
Yeah.
Whereas like an Xbox controller fits my hand.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm in control with my movement. So it's just like little stuff like that. And it also has something to do with like Gears of War, because I love Gears of War and Halo, you know, and obviously I'm going to get a Xbox because of that. But even if it weren't exclusives, I would probably still get the Xbox just because I like the controller better. I think I like how I don't have to go to the menu just to mute somebody that's talking and being really annoying in game chat. That was kind of like a feature that kind of turned me off on the PS4. Like, the chat system was kind of not great.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay, but just the little things where you have to go back to the menu, go to the person's profile, go all the way to the bottom, and press unmute, you know? That was really annoying. Whereas Xbox, you can just press start, mute, and you're done.
Yeah.
Like, just little stuff like that, you know? And who knows, maybe PS4 will fix that, you know? But as of right now, the Xbox just seems more on my niche, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think the biggest, for me anyways, it's about where my friends are. So, like...
Yeah, that's part of it, too.
When I was young, teenager or whatever, I was PS2, PS3. That was my thing. And then, like, with the controllers, it used to be opposite for me. Like, because you go back to the original Xbox, like how bulky the controllers were. And it was just like, this is too big. I can't use it.
This.
I have small hands. Can't reach the trigger and the joystick at the same time. Yeah.
I will say PS4 has Spotify. That's a bonus.
I love it. I can jam to my music while wrecking kids.
See, that's the one feature that the Xbox lacks. Because, like, I will say, like, wow, that was a good move on their part for putting Spotify on the PS4. Because, like, I like listening to music when I'm, like, just playing Skyrim or something, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just me playing a single-player game. I love playing music on the 360. Like, that's kind of a feature I wish the Xbox One had. But all you can really do is just, like, pay another subscription for this weird, like, platform that I'd never even heard of to stream music. And it's like, no, like, let me use my Spotify. So, I guess as far as podcast episodes and stuff like that, Adrian was kind of telling me that, you know, scheduling is going to be kind of difficult just because you're dealing with 3 other people's schedule, and one might be free this time, but the other person might not, and conflicts with each other. So I don't really expect, you know, we have to record on this day and this time. It's more like whenever you guys are free and I'm free. But yeah, this episode was mainly kind of trying to test out the water and stuff. Like, we do plan on putting out more episodes in the future and stuff like that. Like, even get us on iTunes and stuff like that so people can listen. And so, you know, it's just kind of too bad that obviously Adrian could not make it with us, even though he was, but just wasn't. But I do want to have, like, episodes where we bring in, like, like, random guest or something, and then just kind of talk about games, music, movies, and stuff like that. So, yeah, basically, it was a idea that came to my mind because we're all pretty badass, in my opinion. And have some pretty cool stories gaming wise. And we know what we're talking about as far as, especially when it's about Call of Duty, because I think that's the one game that really, that's our origin story basically about each other. Like Modern Warfare 2 Call of Duty was what jump-started everything for us, I think.
Oh, definitely. Especially with me.
So definitely in the near future we'll have some more well thought out, not saying this episode was pointless, but we'll have it more organized to where, okay, we're going to talk about Destiny 2 or Battlefront 2 and stuff like that. And definitely want to do something with hot takes where we create controversial conversation, because I know those are fun to listen to, especially when you kind of shots fired basically, and people are triggered. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys want to end it here. Steven, are you working anytime soon?
I am off at between 3 and 3:30, Monday through Friday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I work 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., and then on Saturday 6 to 2. So I am free any of those days after probably 4, and then Saturday after 2, and then Sunday I'm free all day.
Nice.
But as an American, I'm always free. Until it comes to taxes, and then I'm not.
And Jammer, I'm pretty sure the schedule you gave me was the schedule that you pretty much go by every day, basically. If I'm not correct. Jammer.
I think we lost him.
Jammer, did you die? Because I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
So
what?
There he is.
I can barely hear him.
I don't know what happened.
I was gonna say he probably fell asleep.
I'm talking.
I mean, we've been going for almost 2 hours, so I wouldn't be too surprised.
Right? Don't worry, half the podcast we just have Jammer snoring in the background.
It's our background music.
Yeah, right. What's that noise? Oh, it's just Jammer in the background.
Jammer's taking another nap. It's okay.
Yeah, it's his 5th nap during this hour-long podcast, but we just let him do whatever he wants.
He didn't know anything about Destiny anyways.
Yeah. During the hard topics, he just takes naps.
It's stay tuned for Jammer's sleep hour.
Yeah. Hit the snooze button.
We'll be back in the next hour after he wakes up.
Hit the snooze button with Jammer.
You want to sleep and not sleep alone? Well, you can sleep with Jammer.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be a hell of a Twitch channel. Just have him snoring, just like a white noise snoring in the background.
A close-up shot of your face, just
right.
on your pillow.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Get all the drooling falling off on the pillow.
Yeah. I was saying, while my mic apparently decided it didn't want to work, kind of like most Americans. No,
wow, that was good.
Just randomly deciding it didn't want to work anymore.
Right, just quit his job and went home.
Yeah. So, I think it'd be kind of funny to do, you were talking about having guests, but get some of the, edit, so to speak, guests in. So get some of the big name, YouTuber guys, and just ask questions, but, have some of their pre-recorded stuff, and just be
that'd be funny.
Have a long conversation with them. It's yeah, we've got a Stone Mountain here with us today. What do you say, Stone?
Hey guys, Stone Mountain 6'4".
Yeah, we're YOLO on the battlefield today.
Right. We're not even playing a game. You just Battlefield comments the whole time.
What's his dog's name? He always talks about his dog.
Oh shit! Like in the middle of a match, he's all
Sanchez. Me and Sanchez are here today. Confirmation code is Yankee Oscar Lima Oscar.
His stuff is so funny. Just hearing random people like in the lobby going, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah.
And you get the one guy who's his most loyal fan. Oh my god, it's Stone Mountain! Like, I'll do whatever you want. Like,
what do you want me to do, sir? I am down.
Well, who's that one? I don't remember who it was, but someone did an idea like that. But like it was just so obvious because like they edited the person they're interviewing to her. He just says yes all the time. Yeah. He's like, "Oh, how you doing?" And he's like, "Yes." It's like, "Oh, what do you think about this?" "Yes." Like,
I guess the cool thing about Stone Mountain is most of his stuff he starts out, "What's up, guys?" So it's like, like, "Hey, so we got Stone here with us, and say hey to everybody. Well, what's up, guys? It's Stone Mountain. We're playing some Battlefield 4 today. Edit that part out. Edit that part out."
Right. He writes it.
Unless we were actually playing Battlefield 4.
Yeah, dude, that would be hilarious.
That would be funny. I also wanted to like answer questions too. Like, I'll make basically a dedicated email that we can all use and share. So like if someone sends questions to it, and a Twitter probably, and so like when they send a question, all of us can like open it up and like each of us can like take turns answering like different questions and stuff.
Yeah,
either gaming related or anything, to be honest. Like as long as it's interesting.
Open up a tweet, be like, "Okay, so and so tweeted this, and I just wanted to say, first of all, that you're a noob for thinking that, and your mom's at my house right now, and and you're gonna die."
I just want to say that I hope you never ask a stupid question like this again. But on a scale of 1 to really stupid, you are pushing the limits here, bud.
I'm gonna go in here and tell your mom that she just needs to poison you. I mean,
yeah. She just needs to smother you in your sleep because this is the most horrible question I've ever read.
Yeah. There was one time, I think it was when we were playing with Blade Master, I had some kid, I was talking, like, I don't know, some kid just kept pissing me off, so, like, I was talking about his mom and shit. I miss those days, talking about kids' moms.
Yeah, I was gonna say...
You don't know my mom? Yeah, she's right here. I mean... like, listen, literally, you want to say hey to your mom?
That's savage.
Let's see, hey, she's right here, people.
There was one kid, I like guessed his name, and he was like, "Holy fuck!" Like, yeah, your mom. Like, sorry, there, Colton. Your mom says that you need to watch your mouth. It's like, what?
How do you know my name?
Yeah. Dude, I'm right here with your mom.
I remember Shane would do that too, like, cause like Shane was also like a smack talker too, like a little bit too much. Like he would push the limit pretty far when things haven't even like gotten to that point. But like I remember, when we come across a squeaker, Shane would be like, "Oh, get your mom on the mic right now!" Like
Shane just fed off of other people.
Yeah, he gets so mad by himself, like tripping shit, and we're like, "Dude, calm down."
Yeah, that kind of got a little bit too much for me when we played MW3, because like MW3 is just, if you rage at MW2, you're definitely get rage in MW3, because like that game was just really dumb a lot, and there's like nothing you can do about it. And I remember Shane and I would play team deathmatch, or kill confirmed actually, and he rage quit just because he didn't get hit markers with his like bomber thing.
Wow.
He's like, oh my god, like he was so mad that he is like, oh my gosh, I didn't get even hit markers, I'm done, and he just like leaves the game. I'm like, really, dude? Like he just like he didn't even say like I'm gonna leave. He just like turns off his Xbox and he left.
Wow.
And I text him, I'm like, dude, like where'd you go? He's like, I'm just so effing done with this game. Like
Yeah, he just all the kinds of drama.
I'm like, oh, come on, dude. Like, don't be like that. Like, we're still having fun, right?
And he'd be like, "Oh, just kidding. I just had to go get something to eat. I'll be back." Hearts.
I don't know about you guys, but, like, me and Shane kind of had a weird, like, friendship. I think Steven's aware of what happened. This was kind of during the time when I just started playing RuneScape.
Steve.
And I was, you know, apparently you, Steven, and Shane and Zach were like considered RuneScape like elitists because you guys played that game a lot and you knew what you guys were doing and stuff. And so when I started to play, like I remember Shane would add me and he would like talk all this smack, like call me a noob, a scrub, and like just like saying all these like weird things like, oh, like you're garbage and stuff. And I was like, why? Like, why are you talking to me like this? Like,
right.
And then a few months later, you know, like it got to the point where I don't know, like something happened. Like I don't know if it's, I don't know. That was probably like the most weirdest moment for me because like all of a sudden he started to like, he was like, hey, like call me, like let's talk and let's like have like you're playing RuneScape too. Oh, like let's talk to each other. You know, it's like I was like, oh, okay, and just kind of play like nothing happened basically.
Right.
But even now, like, I don't like to rank friends. I think that's like stupid, and for me, I never really had a best friend. Like, all I had was friends I can trust and like talk to without, feeling scared or something like that. But like, it was mainly just Kobe, Josh, Michael, and Shane kind of came along later, towards like the ending of 8th grade year, I think. And obviously that's when Modern Warfare 2 came out. So like that's when we kind of like that and RuneScape, because we were kind of playing both games like a lot during that time. And like now like it's almost kind of like, yeah, that's kind of how we became friends, even though it started off kind of weird,
Yeah.
But like I don't know, I love Shane. Like even though I'm like talking all this stuff about him, like I still like him,
Yeah.
Like I think we've all
You would still touch
fallen short.
Ting.
I was having a very intimate, like uplifting moment, Jammer, and you just ruined it.
You just totally fucking ruined it.
Just shot it in the face and fucking throw it over the edge.
But it's hot.
Such wow.
It's all over your face. Hot ropes.
I guess this wraps this episode of episode 1. We were an hour and almost 54 minutes. That's pretty good for our first episode. I did say it was only going to be like 40 to 60 minutes. But this actually really turned out to be a good episode.
That didn't happen.
So like
special guest number 1.
But yeah, I mean, I don't even think like we'll keep like a set time limit on these, because like, there'll be times where we're just like on fire on a topic or something, and it gets good. So yeah, definitely in the future, maybe watch the clock a little bit and kind of stay within time range. But even still, like, I regret nothing from what we talked about.
Oh hell no. Good stuff. Good stuff. Just love.
Yeah. So, if you guys can leave a like, this will be on YouTube obviously too, and I don't even think I'm gonna have gameplay in the background, because this is gonna be a long freaking video to render if I put video on.
That's a lot of gameplay.
It's like I'll probably put like a 480p like gameplay of like somebody else just playing Call of Duty or something. No,
just put Super Mario on there. It's 8-bit.
Yeah, this is like all these random games that I stole from the internet. Like
Voices of
other people's gameplays.
Stream.
Hell yeah.
So you'll have him playing and talking in the background, and then us talking in the foreground, and it'll be super confusing.
Right. It'll be so much better for us because we know what's going on.
Yeah. All right. And we are out.